Hello once again everyone, CruiseNickX back with more Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, I know, I was supposed to show off the brand new overlays and and yada yada. Unfortunately, I got some bad news on that point. My computer's been getting on in years and upkeep with it has been, needless to say, minimal. So, unfortunately, I won't be showing off the new stuff until I get some money saved away. But hopefully you guys can help me out, and if you want to help me out, I will provide a link in my Twitch channel as well as in the description below. But anyway, the bottom line is we're going to be getting to our tonight we are going to be starting the path of the Bard. This is going to prove to be a fun quest line, not only because we get more skills for Archer, but we get a little crazy with this one in terms of special actions. I think in the old days it used to be you had to have old subclass, but with the new battle system, thanks to Stormblood, I don't need that anymore. I am, however, going to change my glasses because these are not the ones I want for gaming purposes, and Zymus is always good on sharing my live streams. Thank you, Zymus. I really love what you do there. First I'm going to clean these off before we get into everything. So, right now we're on Taro Cabot, but we're going to be switching to Chris Valentine after this quest. But let's get right down to it. So, to become a bard, you need to be a level 30 archer, and you have to complete this quest, which we're going to complete today. A Song of Bards and Bowmen. Let's get right down to it. Well met, Tarl. Would that we had the time for banter, but we're all up in arms here. Yet another Ixali dirigible has been spotted over the Twelveswood, you see. Their reappearance calls to my mind the Battle of Griffin Crossing. Well, I say battle, but most are agreed that massacre would be rather more apt. Aye, the Ixal dealt us a crushing defeat that day. Right around this time of year it was. More than 2 decades past. A humiliating episode in our history, to be sure. But heavens forbid that we ever forget it. Failure is the finest, if not the kindest, of teachers, and few things drive a man better than its sting. Ah, but do let's speak of cheerier matters. Mayhap you already heard, but a renowned archer has recently returned to the Twelveswood. The one they call the Godsbow. That's just a title, of course. His birth name is Jehantel, and he was once of the God's Quiver. The man was a legend even then, and there was no honor greater than being taken under his tutelage. But that's not all there is to him, mind you. Jehantel was also a skilled bard, one of the rare few capable of inspiring others to great feats through song. Upon learning that the Godsbow had returned, dozens of us flocked to him in hopes of training under a legend, yours truly included. Alas, the meetings haven't unfolded quite as we had hoped. Jehantel has refused to teach each and every suitor that has approached him thus far. Though, it should be mentioned that the topics he is reluctant to instruct us in do not include poetry and song. He seems exceedingly keen to teach us all about them. Some few of us were tempted to take him up on the offer, save that we had a nation to defend. Far be it from my intent to belittle all those bards out there, but I like my chances rather better charging in the battle with a quiver than a harp. And here we were hoping that transcendent mastery of the bow might be ours. By the sparkle in your eyes, I'd wave the... and I'd wager you have an interest in that self-same poetry and song. Come now, there's no call for shyness, and there is more to life than battle. If you would present yourself as a pupil to Jehantel, I happen to know his whereabouts. I am given to understand that he has made his camp somewhere west of Quarry Mill in the South Shroud. Jehantel is an agreeable sort of fellow, and should be willing enough to meet with you. Truth be told, I am still holding on to hope. If you could find a way into Jehantel's confidence, mayhap he can yet be persuaded to train us. I wish you the best of luck, friend. And what does she think we're going to be able to do? I don't know. Alright, South Shroud it is. Off to Quarry Mill. He is that away. Where's my keyboard when I need it? Whoa, that was close. Anyways, let's try not to derp this time and make sure my mic is on. I always make sure my mic is on now because ever since that Dragoon derp, I'm trying not to use Tarl as much. Really, if it wasn't for these streams, I wouldn't be bothering. It looks like he's in this log. Oh, there he is. Ooh, I like this song. Ah, another guest. You're kind to pay me visit, young one. Naught gives us elderly folk more pleasure than the company of the young. Add to that a steaming pot of tea and the beauty of the Twelveswood, and we could want for little more. Ah, but the curl of your lip tells me that tea and scenery are not what you desire. You seek knowledge of archery, I take it. In which case, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. Taro, was it? Yes, I am Jehantel, the one they called the Godsbow. But that was in another life. I have long cast aside my bow, taking instead a harp to my breast. For years I have lived as a bard, going wherever the wind blows, exulting in the beauty of creation through song. To be sure, I still have the eyes to recognize a promising archer when I see one, and you, young one, have promise. Keep your nose to the grindstone, and one day you may count yourself a virtuoso of the bow. Yet know that virtuosity is worthless without virtue. Aye, the words of the ballad of the vainglorious fool tell us this much. You truly wish to remain in none poetry and verse? Well. I must admit to being rather taken aback. In uncertain days such as these, there are few indeed who would devote their time to song as opposed to more tangible endeavors. You intrigue me, young one. I find myself growing curious as to how the melodies of old might find expression through you. I do believe a certain friend of mine would be of the self-same opinion. Aye, that would be as good a place as any for us to begin. Listen well, Tarl. There's a Moogle named Pukno Poki, who can oft be found wandering in areas situated east of here. I would have you present yourself to him. Pukno Poki is possessed of a discerning eye for talent. If he sees potential in you, I should well be satisfied that you indeed have the makings of a bard. Heed me, O puissant athlete. Turn thee over the hourglass of time, that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. Alright. Let's go visit this Moogle, whom I'd rather not meet because I don't like doing Moogle voices. I've done them throughout the whole entire live stream. I've done various, and I totally forgot I'm a level 30. How far east is this kid? You know what? Let's mount up. You want fast, I give you fast. There he is. Goodbye! How could this have happened? It's just so embarrassing! A blunder for the ages, Kupo! Hmm? You understand what I'm saying, don't you? That's a rare talent, I'll allow, but you've caught me at a bad time, Kupo. Now be a good adventurer and show yourself out. Jehantel sent you? You should have said so sooner, Kupo! You do know that Jehantel is no ordinary bard, yes? His songs can salve your heart and strengthen your resolve. They can banish your fears and fill you with hope. And that's not even scratching the surface. Why, to hear him perform is like bathing in sunbeams, Kupo. I've asked, begged, and pled more times than I care to count for Jehantel to stay and sing in the forest. Only now has he deigned to set foot here again. But he's refusing to sing for us. That's a blatant breach of promise, Kupo. But what's this? Why, your being resonates with a chord similar to Jehantel's. Perhaps even identical, Kupo. By the 12. This means that things may yet turn out as planned. Why, you might even have it in you to surpass the man, and that's saying a lot, Kupo. Ecads! You're coming at so excited me, my predicament nigh escaped my mind. There's a charm that I had meant to give Jehantel, you see, but it was stolen as I napped, Kupo. I roused just in time to espy the thief, and attempted to give chase. Alas, drowsiness robbed me of my balance, and I was delayed by this tree. Last I saw of that overbold brigand, he, or possibly she, was scurrying toward Taker's Rock, Kupo. Now I realize we've only just met, but would you mind recovering the charm and delivering it to Jehantel in my stead? And of course... There it is. Nope, I can't. Alright, let's roll. Bye. Bye. Suckers. I sure hope this is the right one. Have you recovered the charm? You did it, Kupo! Please, please, you must now deliver it to Jehantel. Tell him that Pokey thinks him a cunning rogue, but is excited nonetheless. So excited, in fact, that he cannot help but sing. Kupo-la-la-la-la. And that is the only time you will... That is probably one of the few times you will ever hear me sing in a Moogle voice. We really need to... And here we are. Welcome back, Taro. You have a charm and a message for me from Pokey, you say? A cunning rogue, am I? I suppose I must explain. Pokey and I go back a long way to when I first took up the harp. I made a promise to him then, one that I have yet to make good on. Pokey has long desired that I remain in the Twelveswood to sing for the rest of my days. Regrettably, I have been ill able to oblige him. Duty called, you see. I had battlefields to stand upon and comrades to protect. Moreover, an event came to pass that rendered my being in the Twelveswood problematic. I thought that by taking eager souls such as you under my wing, mayhap it would suffice to appease Pokey. Of course, he saw straight through my little ruse. What the Moogles lack in grace, they aptly make up for in wit. The creatures are great lovers of song. That you return with this charm is proof positive of his high regard for your potential as bard and archer both. The charm is a crystal known as the soul of the bard. Pokey asked that you bring it to me, but he meant for you to have it. It is a gift from the Moogles, bestowed upon those they deem worthy of walking the path of the true bard. The soul of the bard harbors memories of the past, verses and refrains sung by the bards of old. As you gain in worldly experience, more of these memories will find expression through your being, imbuing your song with powers untold. Now, it may surprise you to hear that bowmen and bards are next of kin. By the same token, mastery of song is dependent upon one's prowess as an archer. The sense in this will be lost upon you at first, but in time the realization will dawn that bow and harp are but stringed instruments played by the same hand. Go now, Tarl, and let your body and soul drink deep of the melodies of old. When next we meet, I hope to see a fully fledged bard standing before me, one who even exceeds even Pokey's wildest expectations. The next bard quest will be available from Jehantel upon reaching level 35. The quest to learn the action Perform is now available from Simpkin at Mikantos Amphitheater in Old Gridania. If you're wondering what that last one was about, you'll find out later. But anyway, we just completed the level 30 Bard quest, and with it we've unlocked the Bard, and we've gained a new skill, Mage's Ballad, which if you don't have this in your arsenal, you're kind of fucked. Or you suck as a bard, I don't know. But we're gonna go back to New Gridania, and alright, so we're back in Gridania for this, so let's equip our brand new Soul Stone. Bam! With it, we've unlocked the Song Gauge. Singing Mage's Ballad will display the action's corresponding song gauge, indicating the effect's time remaining. If the repertoire effect is triggered while Mage's Ballad is being sung, the recast times for Bloodletter and Reign of Death, learned at level 45, are reset. Repertoire is accumulated when the damage over time effect for Venomous Bite and or Wind Bite deals critical... Oh, whoops, that was not what I wanted. One moment. Oh, there it is. Oh, move. There it is. So, repertoire is accumulated when the damage over time effect for Venomous Bite, Caustic Bite, or Wind Bite / Storm Bite deals critical damage. When active, the status grants additional effects to songs such as increased damage dealt. Straight shot effect duration is indicated to the left of the song gauge. Alright, so let's show it off a little bit. First and foremost, by heading to good old Mist to train on the training dummies. Thankfully, I won't have to revamp this hotbar because this is the only time we'll be here. Alright, so we've got our level 1 striking dummy here, so let's get right to it. And I don't think we're at a high enough level to earn repertoire yet. But let me just check to see. Okay, yeah. But anyways, so that's it for the Path of the Bard for now. When next we meet, we will be doing the level 35 Bard quest with Chris Valentine. Well, the only other thing we'll be doing with Tarl is showing off the new perform actions. I'll be doing 2 different videos for that. But anyways, that's it for this episode of Cruise Next Purgatory. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on twitch.tv/CruiseNextX and you like this show, feel free to hit the follow button below and turn on notifications so you're informed of all my live streams. If you're watching this on youtube.com/CruiseNextXTTV and you like this video, feel free to hit the like button below, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel clicking here. Click here to watch more videos by me, click here to watch the previous video, and click here to watch the next Path of the Archer video. Until then, CruiseNextX, signing out.